Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to another episode of this podcast. And in this episode, guys, I am going to help you take one project from idea to execution and to completion and actually increase your odds of success, okay? And this is what I'm going to try and do here in this video by giving you my experience and my advice, okay? Now, am I the richest person on the planet? I'm not, okay? But I can just tell you what it is that I do. So I'm going to tell you a very quick story, okay? There is a friend of mine who contacted me recently, and he wanted my advice on something that he is building, okay? He's building something that's pretty cool, okay? And he was asking me, hey, how do we get some traffic for this stuff? Can you help me out? I need to target these people and stuff. And so one thing was I was trying to understand what it is that he's selling and what he's trying to achieve and how long he wants to stay in business and stuff. And then I started asking questions about, the whole business stuff, right? And at the end of the day, what ended up happening is he told me, dude, now I'm confused. I came to you for execution, but now I'm confused about the whole thing, all right? And then he wasn't confused like in a bad way. He told me, you know what, I'm glad I actually talked to you about it because it made me rethink a few different things, okay? So maybe, I'm glad I was able to help just with questions, okay? Because one thing is very often you're trapped in your own mind, and it's very good to have someone else's perspective. You don't necessarily need to adopt it, but it might be angles that you haven't thought of, or things that you might not have considered because they're foreign to you, but maybe that's what the market will want. Because at the end of the day, the market's going to decide, not you, right? You decide, oh, this is cool. If the market doesn't think it's cool, then, well, it's not cool, right? And so that helped him in that way. So the kind of like the one thing I want to illustrate with the story is this. So I'm not going to give you the details of what his business was, but my thought process was this. I basically tried to explain something to him. It's a concept that I really encourage you to adopt, is the direction in which you're going matters more than the speed at which you're traveling, okay? So let me repeat this. The direction in which you're going matters a lot more than the speed at which you're traveling. So what does that even mean? So you've probably heard of the expression going nowhere fast, right? Yes, it is possible to go nowhere fast simply because you haven't taken the time to think the whole thing through and identify the ramifications and the long-term implications and stuff of what you're doing. You just go there, let's go, boom, 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 okay? Yeah, sometimes it can work. I don't know, don't ask me the percentage, I don't know, right? So sometimes it can work, sometimes it won't work, okay? Now, if you want to maximize your chances, you need to focus on the direction, okay? Not on the speed, right? Let's say you're heading in the right direction. It doesn't matter the speed at which you're going. I will say it matters less to be slow going to the right spot than to be fast going to the wrong one, okay? I will trade any time going to the right place at my own speed than going to the wrong place fast, okay? It's a trade-off. You need to understand this. I've done this many times as well. Oh, let me go there. And I was doing the absolute wrong thing, but I was doing it fast. I was like, oh, guys, look, I've done this. Yes, but I was just going in the wrong direction. And so this is what I wanted him to kind of like gauge. I didn't say you're going in the wrong direction. I never said that. I said, have you taken the time to focus on the direction first before we start sending traffic there? Because there is this saying, a good friend of mine taught me this thing, which basically says, measure twice, cut once, right? And I think it's absolutely brilliant. Measure twice, cut once. It means take the time to think about the direction where you want to go, and once you've done that, then you can go. You might start after your neighbor who just decided to go for it, but you will get to where it is that you want to go, okay? So at the end of the day, what ended up happening is I was trying to, and we had a discussion now of, okay, what will be kind of like the best direction to go to? So some of the things that we had to take into consideration was we wanted to see how long this business can last. So depending on how long you want this business to last, then you will go towards a specific business model, okay? So, let me give you an example, is if, for example, if you want the business to last long, don't focus on a fad that is going to disappear in 2 months, okay? So your direction should be something that has been here for a long time and will be here for the longest time, okay? So that's one thing. Now, the problem that they had was in terms of resources that were needed. So basically, they are using a specific API, right? If, for example, they go too big and the people who are providing them the data realize, hey, wow, there's a market there. This person is now taking over, blah, blah, blah. They're using our system. Boop, they cut you out. You're gone. And they take the whole segment. All right. So now, if you are in that case, what can you do? So you can maybe decide to niche down so much that it's going to be so profitable for you because you niche down to a population where there are not like 1 trillion people in there, but they have so much money that you need a few clients and you're fine. And you're not a threat to whoever is providing you the data. Because let's say, for example, you are using my, you're using my car, okay? I'd lend you my car, and then I can see that, now you become the reference here, and everybody's using the car. You're making so much money with blah, blah. You're using my cards, my cars, right? And everybody and their mom is talking about it. Guess what? I said, sorry, you can not use the cars anymore. Boom, I used them. And then I stole your business. Now, if you used my car to go pick up 7-figure CEOs on business trips from New York to LA, how the hell would I know? I wouldn't know, right? It's not visible to me. And it might be immensely more profitable for you because these people are going to be able to pay, I don't know, like let's say $1,000 when, mom and pops would have paid $10. You know what I mean? So these are the sort of things that kind of like we discussed. I'm not going to tell you exactly what the business was and stuff. These are some of the examples. Things that you might be like, oh yeah, it's not a bad idea, right? But what matters in here is more that you need to worry more about the direction than the speed, okay? Remember always the expression, going nowhere fast. It can happen, it happens a lot, right? Because you don't take the time to think things through, right? So this is what I'm doing, like looking at all the businesses and stuff that I have, and the new businesses that I want to build, they will go through one of those filters. And one of those filters is going to be like, okay, before we start, right, take the time. I take the time. I will allocate enough time for me to actually think about the whole thing before I execute. I always say, execution. Execution is good once you have thought the whole thing, right? You think about it. Now, do not overthink it, all right? There is this thing where there is a point where you have enough information to just go in, okay? And more information is just going to be damaging for you because it's going to open more questions and more questions, which are going to be answered with theory that you cannot verify, right? So reach the point where you have enough information, you know enough to go get started, because the market, guys, the market and the real field experience is going to tell you things 100 times faster than and 100 times better than what you have in your mind, okay? So that is my my advice for you guys, right? Focus on the direction. Do not focus on the speed. It is better to go in the right direction slow than to go in the wrong direction fast. If you remember that, it is going to help you in whatever it is that you're building. It's business, it's health, etc. Okay? So if you guys want more of this, and if you want to have access to me, I created a free community. So there's a link in here. There's a free community. It's completely free, right? And you can come in this community, and we are basically doing those things there. I'm in there every single day, giving you tips, showing you what I'm working on, giving you case studies and automations, and everything is in there. You will see everything, everything as it happens, all right? And it's free, it's fun. I want you to join the community, and you will be around people who are basically thinkers, and we're basically going to help you get to that next step, and then that next step, and that next step, until you get to your goal, okay? So that is pretty much it for me, guys. If you guys like this video, please go ahead and leave a comment in there. Let me know, if this video helped you, right? Was it like a aha moment for you? Like, oh, wow, okay. Have you been in a situation where you actually went in the wrong direction fast, all right? And does that help you, all right? And also, guys, if you do like this sort of content that I absolutely enjoy doing, it doesn't feel like work for me. That's the beauty of this thing. I absolutely love doing this for you guys. If you guys like it and you love it, so either you're listening on Spotify, you're listening on Apple Podcasts, whatever you're listening, subscribe and leave a review of whatever platform it is. So that will let me know if I'm doing a great job. Okay? That is pretty much it for me, guys. I will see you in the next episode. Bye.